This is Soph,
This is Rich.
and we are from across the
the
pond.
pond.
Booyaka!
Yes, it's Friday. Thank you.
We made it. Another
And
week
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like this week has been long and tested my absolute last nerve. Let me just say that. But I made it.
Well, then the next question is, how are you?
I'm okay. It's just one of them weeks, ain't it?
Yes.
How are you?
I am excellent.
Ooh, love that word. Excellent.
Due to popular demand.
Excellente.
Excellente. Yes.
What did you do this week? How was your week?
My week was very, very well spent.
Ooh, that's a first. How did you spend it?
My older brother has been a youth pastor, not a youth pastor, assistant pastor at his church for 11 years. And they did a pastor's night for him, which was done very well. I thought that was really nice. My father went, my sister went. We showed love, so it was a beautiful.
So it was a full-on family affair with the pastors.
Yeah. They had music and bands and all that good stuff.
Did you sing?
No. They already picked their music selections. So maybe next year.
I mean, did you sing like in the audience along to the songs?
To one or two of the songs, yes.
Anything else occur this week?
Other than that, work.
We know you love a bit of work.
Which I just happen to just ooze with incitement.
I can see it pouring out of you. My week.
How about you?
What was you going to say before you said how about me?
In other news, how was your week?
In other news, yeah. Usual, Alfie, school, bit of work. I actually dedicated a whole day to writing some book.
I know, I seen that on Insta. Way to go.
A whole day. I'm not gonna lie, I did get a little bit of a writer's block there for a period of time. But for me personally, I feel like with any art or skill, if you ain't in the mood, it don't go right. So it's pointless doing it. But for me, I feel like when I'm in the mood, once I get going, there's no, like on this show, how my brain goes off on different roads. That's exactly what happens. I start writing and then I'm like, oh yeah, this, oh yeah, that, oh yeah, that. And then by the time I'm like, whoa, where's all that come from?
Yeah.
So I got down in it. The magazine arrived that I had my photography in.
Yeah.
Also,
well, I have every facets. I hate to cut you off. I have every facet for book 2. And I'm like you. I didn't say unlike you. Like you, I'm going to set a day aside to get it published.
Yes, do that.
And then we'll make it happen.
Ooh, yeah.
Because a friend of mine, she made the cover so lovely. The back and the front. And I can't wait for people to read the comment.
Me either.
Of one of the people who have actually read the book and they decided to express how they felt about it. And I am just totally flabbergasted and excited to put it in the book.
Get in. Well, I can't wait to read it either. So, what's happening in the news?
What you got going on in the news?
Oh, I asked first.
A lot of kids getting sick from COVID because they're back in school.
You said that last week. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, well, that's the new thing right now. And they're doing the investigation for the whole Capitol Hill's having inquiries about leaving Afghanistan and all kinds of stuff. And then,
All right. Well,
Sorry about that.
excuse that little technical there.
Technical difficulty.
I'm not going to lie. And I know this is like news across the pond. And that's part of the show. I haven't listened to any news this week. And to be fair, in my defense, before the show, I didn't listen to the news. Like I used to, I'm not going to lie. I used to say you should listen to the news or read the newspaper at least once a day, just to get the headlines at least of what's occurring, either in your local area or in the world. After Corona,
You've just been busy. That's all. Just say you've been busy.
I've been busy. But since Corona started, I have read the news less and less, and I only look at the headlines for the show. The only things I will mention, mainly celebrity-wise, because you've still got to keep up on the old goss. We didn't mention last week about the tennis player who won the US Open, 18-year-old English girl, UK, GBR, GB, whatever. She is a legend. And also this week, Meghan and Harry have come under fire again because they were featured in the Times in the most top 100 influential people in the world or something. But everybody's ripping it out of their photo because Meghan's there like almost in a suit and Harry's stood behind her. Like somebody commented earlier, like, to be honest, I'm not going to lie. Me and the dude always send each other memes. And there's the meme there, like with the picture. And somebody has put, all this picture looks like is that Harry is her hairdresser and he's showing her in the mirror what he's done to her hair. Everybody is ripping it out of that.
Give that couple a break.
Right? Just leave them
alone. Look, he left the royals to do his own thing. Him and his lady, they got kids, they happy. Leave them be. Leave them be.
Exactly. Right, let's go straight in today's show. Now, we are approaching A, our 1 year birthday, and B, our 100th show, right? Those two things, I'm sure the birthday comes before the 100th episode, but anyway, no, the other way around. 100th episode comes before. Anyway, we've got 2 exciting anniversaries coming up. So today we've decided to dedicate the show to the followers, subscribers, listeners. We are currently trending in 13 different countries. I'll tell you what they are. USA, UK, Russia, Germany, Canada, Spain, Australia, Ireland, Lithuania, South Africa, Poland, India, and Ukraine. Whoop, whoop. So it's Fun Friday. So we have decided to give you a fun fact on each of those countries where we are trending.
Fun facts.
And top of the list is across the pond.
USA.
What's the fun fact?
There has been 27 versions of the flag. Original in 1977 had 13 stars and 13 stripes. Each time a state is added, a star is added, now at 50 stars and 13 stripes.
Ooh. So I wonder, are they going to get any more states? Does that mean they'll add another star, obviously?
Yeah, if we get another one, but I don't see no.
So do you think if that's the case, excuse me fingering your flag, if that's the case, this square would end up having to be bigger, right? Or they think they'd make the stars smaller?
They'll probably make them smaller.
Really? Yeah, that's 1/4, ain't it? 1/4 of the flag, yeah. Wow. Do you think that's why they have stars on the Hollywood Walk?
I don't, because they're a star. That's all that is.
But wonder why they choose stars as states.
But maybe it was easier. I don't know.
A dot's easier. Just put a dot. Bop, 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 bop. Anyway, thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Now it's back to this side of the pond. UK. Okay, the first King of England, and I will try and pronounce his name, But did you know that I wish he'd be the king now? The first king of England made it a law that everybody had to be in bed by 8 o'clock at night.
Oh, what?
Yeah, hold on. His name was Athelstan, and he reigned between 895 to 939 AD. What? Can you imagine that? That's the law. You got to be in bed by 8 o'clock.
And we'll have some well-rested people.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, you know, you'll have some people who will rebel.
Exactly. But also, I wonder, like, if you were in bed by 8, I wonder if people then got up at like 3 in the morning. Do you know what I mean? Is there a time limit that you're allowed out? Do you know what I mean? So if you go to bed at 8, say you woke up at 3 and you wanted to go outside, would you be allowed, or you're not allowed out till say 5 in the morning?
Who knows?
Who knows? But listen, if what's his name? Bojo. If Bojo's listening, they're the sort of laws I'm down for. Get everybody in bed. Okay, 8's a bit early. Get everybody in bed by 10. Lights out. I think actually I'm gonna write to 10 Downing Street and let him know about that.
Sounds like a plan.
Who's next on our list?
We got Russia.
Ooh.
Russia is listening to us.
Yeah, thank you, Russia.
The largest country in the world, and is bigger than Pluto. It has 17 million square kilometers with 144 million people.
See, now I always thought China was the biggest country in the world, but obviously we have these fun facts that are proving wrong.
It said large. Yeah.
Largest country. Well, that's a lot of people. 144 mil. Would you go? Would you visit is Russia one of the places you'd want to visit?
Nope.
Sorry.
It's too cold over there.
Sorry to all the Russian fans that are listening. Only because of the coldness, okay.
Yeah. Now, when it gets a little warmer in Russia, I'd probably go.
All right. Could you imagine that? We could be like celebrities there. We'd get off the plane and then waving our banner. Woo, woo. Imagine that.
Woo. I would love that.
Or we go there, like just thinking we've gone for a holiday, and then in the street someone says, "Oh my God, it's you!" Like when you went to the supermarket that time, and that woman was like, "Oh my God, I watched your show," and you were like, "I'm on the phone to her right now," and she was like, "Oh my God, hi!" Many people would be like that if we went to one of these countries. "I watch your show. I listen to your show. Can I have your autograph?" Sure.
Yep.
Can I have a selfie?
We'll be back to back like this. Here.
Practiced off. Right. Next up, somewhere that's close to my heart, Germany. My grandmother was German. 60. Well, now, actually, I'm not going to tell a lie. I never lie. But we don't generally tell anybody what the show's about, right? But 10 minutes before coming onto the show, I was on the telephone to Roy, our lovely guest from last week. He said to me, "What's the show about?" And I told him. And then I said, "For example, did you know this fun fact about Germany?" Because I think he looked at me as if to say, "Is that a bit of an ish subject, you know?" And I said, "Well, actually, 65% of Germany's highways for you, motorways for us, have no speed limit."
Yeah, because they have the Autobahn, don't they?
And he said that's what it's called, an Autobahn. And he's actually driven on it. And he said it is scary as ish. People are literally flying along there at high speeds with no care in the world. And I said to him, I wondered what their accidental rate was, you know. Obviously, we've only got one fun fact per country. And actually, what's their death rate is not very fun. So I didn't get that fact. But yeah, he said if you like driving fast cars, that's the place to go to test it out.
Yeah. Way to go for telling our topics.
But it gave me another fact. It gave me another fact and somebody who's actually done it.
Who's actually ridden on the Autobahn. I got you.
That's my get out of jail free card, and I'm sticking to it.
All right.
Next up.
Next up is Spain, which I happen to would love to go to. Uh, Spain was their language is the second most spoken native language in the world, Spanish.
Oh, now Alfie's just learning Spanish at school.
I know a little bit.
What do you know?
I know a little bit.
Yeah, what do you know then? Say some.
Te amo por siempre.
Oh my God, what does that mean?
Means I will love you always. Yeah.
Do you know what it sounded like you said? I'm sorry, forgive me. It sounded like you said, Taya pussy and pray.
See, on to the next one.
Which is why I had to know what it meant.
On to the next one.
Why I had to know what it meant.
We know where her head is at.
Excuse me. Next. I need to look at the list because you've just missed one and I don't know what order we've done them in.
I said Spain.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Canada. Did you know in Canada it has the oldest rock that you can find on the earth, and it's 4.28 billion years old?
That's what's up.
Okay, my question is, how do they know that? How do they know? I could go in my back garden and pick up a rock. How do they not know that's 4.28 billion years old?
They got archaeologists that study them type of stuff. They got people who study that type of stuff.
But you can't tell me they've looked at every single rock in the whole of the planet.
Well, hey, anything is possible.
I'm telling you, that's debatable. I hope they didn't put that in the Guinness Book of Records because there's another one somewhere else, I'm telling you.
Through science.
Who's up next?
Ooh, the place I can't wait to go to, and that's Ireland.
Oh, look at the Irish. What are they telling us?
And Ireland has only one land border.
Ooh, yeah, that must be.
I wonder what border it is to.
Northern Ireland, surely. Because it's an island, ain't it? Ireland, Northern Ireland. So that's the only land border there in the middle.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
That's awesome. I can't wait to go. I'm going there before.
For what? What do you want to go there for?
Because I don't know. I just want to their atmosphere just seems like it's so green. They got history. I don't know. It's just their accents.
You want to go there and drink Guinness, don't you?
Yup. Straight from one of them barrels.
Oh, gross. Well, I ain't ever been to Ireland, but I know a lot of people that's been. Okay, next up. Australia. Now, if this fun fact, just from this alone, I would go and live there. It says 90% of Australians live on the coastline.
Right on the water.
90%, 90% live on the coast. So I want to live on the coast. Like, that's the place to go, surely.
Yeah, because half of it is like safari, wild animals.
Safari in Australia?
Yeah, they got kangaroos and
like desert, you mean?
Wild animals there.
I don't think you can call kangaroo in safari, can you? I thought they just had safaris in Africa.
Oh, they got animals, wild animals in Australia.
I wouldn't call it a safari though. I like to go there to see the koalas. I'm not gonna lie. I would go to Australia tomorrow if I could. If I had the money and they let me fly, I'd be off. Do you know what is really the one thing that's stopping me from going?
What?
They're massive spiders.
They're massive spiders?
Yeah, the tarantulas are like this big everywhere. No, thank you, sir. I literally would die in a heartbeat if I saw one. So for that reason, I'm going to bypass going to Australia. Thanks, but no thanks.
All right. Well, the next one is South Africa.
Ooh.
And they say South Africa is the largest meat producer.
Oh, forget that. I'm going to South Africa then. Let's go there. It's warm there, isn't it?
I bet you their ribs is probably delicious.
Oh, and I bet you. Okay, let's not get it twisted, right? It says they're the best, the biggest meat producer. Don't mean to say that it tastes the best, though. Do you know what I mean? Don't mean to say they know how to cook it. They just produce it.
What? I bet you they know how to cook some ribs.
Do you know what? I think we should go to a barbecue there, have a big cookout. Oof.
Yeah. Don't
See,
drink
now we're talking. Like after a ish week, like I've just had. Yo, so if I'm just coming past on my jet that I bought when I was invisible, like we were talking about the other week, like I was invisible, I got my jet, I'm coming to pick you up. We're going to South Africa for a cookout. Holy moly.
What? Wouldn't that be the life?
OM to the G. I would suffice a bad
I
week
would travel.
every
I
week.
would
Just
literally travel the world just to eat different food. That
hell
would
to
be
the
one
yeah.
of the jobs.
And let's not get it twisted. We would have to do a bit of exercise in between, otherwise, you know,
Yeah,
we would
we'd
end
be
up
big
like
as a house.
exactly, and then even the jet won't be able to carry us, so that would be pointless. We'd have wrecked it.
Wrecked it ain't the word.
All right. Oh, it's me next. I'm gonna go Lithuania.
Lithuania.
No, I'm not being mean. I don't really know nothing about Lithuania. I know that they have they take part in the Eurovision Song Contest. That's about it. But now I know Lithuania actually has its own national scent.
You talking about smell or money?
Smell.
Ooh.
Can you imagine that? You go on holiday, come back, buy a bottle, come back, and someone's like, "Oh my god, I love your perfume. What is it? It's Lithuania."
Yeah. I hope it smells better than Michael Jordan's cologne.
Wow. I haven't smelled Michael Jordan's cologne.
Well, that was just a joke, but it didn't end.
No. That was like way over the head. Who's left?
Who's left? India.
Ooh.
Which I wouldn't mind going to India. I want to see some real tigers.
If you want to go see a real tiger, you can go to the zoo. You don't have to go to India to see a real tiger.
Well,
and
India
also, if you
tigers.
wanted to see a real tiger, surely you'd go to South Africa to a safari.
And see lions.
Well, it's a cat, ain't it? They're in the same family. They're cousins. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato.
Well, this is dope right here. India is third in the world for billionaires.
Ooh. Is that what? Is that because
money.
they got gold?
They got money. They billionaires like Jay-Z.
But is that because they got gold? Is that, do you think?
Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe. Do they have gold? Does India have gold?
Yeah, you can have Indian gold. It's different. Like here, ours is mainly 9-carat gold or 18-carat gold. Obviously, the more carats, the more expensive. My earrings are 9-carat gold, but my ring is 18-carat gold. But India for gold is a bit like Egypt. Like this ring came from Egypt when I went on holiday there. And Egypt is like 18-carat gold or 24-carat gold. So their gold is more purer. Do you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. I might just be talking out of my behind, but I don't know if that's why they billionaires, but they have better gold.
So India has better gold?
Better quality. It's like more purer.
More purer? Purer.
Yeah. That is a word. Look in my dictionary. Soph's dictionary. You'll see it under P.
Purer.
Yeah, I'm not lie. India's not on my hit list to visit. Like it looks like the buildings look nice, like Taj Mahal and all that malarkey. But
isn't India getting hit really hard with corona?
What, because there was an Indian variant?
Well, isn't they getting hit really hard?
I don't know if they still are, but that's where the Indian variant come from. I'm assuming India. But Indian, talking about food, because that's always what it boils back down to.
Mm-hmm.
Indian cuisine is my least favorite.
Why?
But I'm not really a fan of really spicy food. Like, you can't taste the flavor; it burns your lips. Nah.
With curry, because they have a
Yeah.
lot of curry.
If I ever have an Indian, I only have a korma, which is like coconut based. I have a korma and a Peshwari naan, which is also coconut bread.
Yeah, that naan bread do be banging.
But it's so bad for you. It's very fatty. But anyway, yeah, India is not really on my hit list to go.
Well, I love their Indian cuisine, to be honest. And I like it if you do it traditionally, where you sit around on little cushions and then you got to
Eat it with your fingers. I did that when
yeah.
I went to Egypt. I sat on the floor on a little cushion and just ate. Like, obviously, initially it's weird. Like, how are you going to pick up rice with your fingers? But you get the meat, which makes it like it's like moist, and then the rice sticks to it when you dunk it in, and then you just
Yeah, buddy. Nothing like using these to get some grub.
Do you know what? I only like, oh, here I go again. I was talking about cakes last week, but I don't eat it unless it's a whole one. I'm glad to see the ATP yawn is back, by the way. I don't like eating messy food unless I'm at home. Like, because I don't want people to look at me and think, bloody hell, look at the mess she's making. You know, like ribs, say Chinese barbecue ribs. I love those, but they're so messy. As soon as you bite it, it drops out everywhere. So if I was to go out to a Chinese restaurant, I either A, wouldn't order them, or B, I'd eat them with a knife and fork. Whereas if I'm at home, I'm all like, because it's different, right? You're in the comfort of your own home.
Don't matter. I know how to get it in. I try my best not to get it on my clothes, but it's going all over here.
Listen, I can imagine that you are exactly like my dad. It don't matter what you eat, you're going to drop some down your top.
I try not to.
You try not to, but it happens. The amount of times that we've been on the phone, you've been eating your lunch or your dinner, and I'm like, you've dropped some on your gilet or your jacket, and you're like, oh.
Oh yeah. That's called chicken grease.
Either way. Right, next up is Poland. Did you know that Poland actually has 32 letters in their alphabet, not 26?
Well, that's interesting.
Well, yeah, I don't really know how that would work, to be honest, because who decides how you spell a word? And that must be really confusing when you go between one language, like English or whatever, any language, to another one. But mind you, it's the same like Egypt. They don't have, let me get this right. They don't have, it's either B or P. Either B or P, they don't have in their alphabet whatsoever.
Now, who is this again? They
Egypt,
don't have a B?
Egypt. They don't have either a B or a P in their alphabet.
Wow.
Funny. It's real funny. Funny how different countries do things differently. Do you know what I mean? Like, who decided that? Surely, well, I suppose if one fits all, then it's going to be a bit boring. But yeah. So yeah, 32 letters of the alphabet for Poland. Now,
so growing up and then see, because they say that English is the hardest language to learn.
Do you think? I think
because we have words that sound the same but mean different things.
Oh yeah, or like PH sounds like an F, right? Like phone is spelled PHONE.
Right.
I mean, who the hell come up with that? Let's be honest. I mean, and this is the thing. Why has it got to be the English language? Why is it the English language that is so backward like that? Just spell it FONE, phone. This is the thing. Okay, well, now we're talking about this alphabet quickly. When you was at school, did you learn A, B, C, D, E, F, G?
What?
When you was at school, was you taught A, B, C, D, E, F, G?
Yeah, HIJK.
Yeah, they don't do that now. They're taught A, B, C, S, D, F, G, like phonics rather than ABC.
Are you serious?
Do I look like I'm laughing?
I'm gonna tell you right now. You know what really is getting me? This new math that they got going on.
It's not normal.
This new math is ridiculous. Whatever happened to 1 + 1 was 2?
Oh, now you've got XR times Z equals P.
I'm like, yo.
See, now I'm not going to lie. In the week when Alfie come home from school, you know his language and his speech is very limited, right? So I picked him up. His teacher said he's had a great day. We done maths and music today. I said, oh my God, 2 of Alfie's favorite things. He loves numbers. He loves singing. So when we got in the car, I said, did you have, this is the, no word of a lie, the exact conversation. I said, did you have a good day today? He said, good day today. I said, oh, what did you do? Did you do some maths? Did you do some maths? So I'm like, okay. So I said, did you do 2 + 2? 2 + 2. I said, what is 2 + 2? And he said, 2 + 2. And I said, yes, Alfie, what's the answer? 2 + 2. And then he said, 2 + 2 is 4. And I was like, oh, yes, he knows.
Had to drag it out of him.
Well, he does a lot of repeating back, but you know, he's getting there. All right, so if your attention's coming back into the room now, we've got one more left because obviously there's 13 on the list, 6 each. So unfortunately for you, I kept the last one.
I see that.
For me. And do you know why?
Because it's
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Ukraine. Did you know Ukraine is the largest country in Europe and it has the deepest metro station, like subway?
It has the deepest subway station? That's what's up.
I haven't been there to the deepest thingy, but yeah.
So let me ask you a question. You've been to Ukraine, right? You've been to Ukraine, right?
Yeah.
How is it how is the weather?
When I went, it was like May time, so the weather was fine. Like for me, the weather was fine. I don't think it didn't rain. Like it was cloudy and sunny, but because I went for a wedding. Actually, I'm telling a lie. On the day of the actual wedding, it rained for a short period of time while we was in the church.
Right.
But other than that, it was just like here, it's like sunny or just cloudy. But I do know that the winters are harsh there and it snows a lot. Because when I was talking to my uncle Fester and his wife about going back, because obviously I want to go back, I was like, oh my God, I'd love to go for Christmas, because their Christmas is the 7th of January and at the same time as ours. And she was like, no, you don't want to go there. And the weather's terrible, you know, like snow, it's cold, blah, 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 mud everywhere. So yeah, I would go back, but though I thought the weather was fine when I went. But you know what I did find? Okay, it's not bizarre. It was a totally different way of living, right? Because my family lives in this little village called Ledichin. And I swear to God, I felt like I went back in time 50 years. The whole time I was there, I never saw a television, right? Some of the cars they drive, they don't even make them anymore. They don't have them here. Like they drive, I don't know if you had them there. There's a car called a Lada. Do you know that?
No.
I mean, I haven't seen one of those probably since I was about 5, but that's what they drive there, you know. The corner shop literally had cigarettes, vodka, and like your basic essentials. That's it, you know.
Yeah. So they didn't have like no mall or nothing. They just had.
They did, but only in like Kiev, you know, like 2-hour drive in the center.
Oh, the big cities.
Yeah, not in the little villages. Like in the villages, the ladies still wear like a headscarf on their head and they go out and they dig all their food. Like the stuff that they eat is basically the stuff that they grow. Yeah, like they got their chickens and they got like veg or whatever outside, you know.
Oh, wow.
It was definitely an experience.
A blast from the past.
But I definitely loved it. And I definitely want to go. I would have gone back already, to be fair, if Corona hadn't have come up. And funny enough, we had a video call with our family when I went to Uncle Fester's the other week. And they was asking, when am I going to go back? So I said, you know, because of Corona. Anyway, then they started laughing. So I said to my uncle's wife, who is Ukrainian, I said, what's Corona like? Maybe this is where I get it from, by the way. I said to her, what's it like with Corona over there? And she went, oh yeah, it's bad. You know, people have died, blah, blah, blah. She said, but nobody wears a mask. And nobody's been on lockdown. No one wears a mask. They just haven't let anybody for a period of time. When we were on lockdown, their country was shut. Like you couldn't come in or out, but that's it. Other than that, no one wears a mask. It's not like no one gives an ish. It's just that they think if you're going to get it, you're going to get it, you know. So I think maybe that's where I get it from. The attitude is in the blood.
So you're saying Ukraine is just rebels? They're just like, forget it, like no mask.
No, not rebels. Realists. Just that's exactly as
rebels.
It is. People here have had 2 jabs and have still got it. If you're going to get it, you're going to get it. You know, whether you've had 2 jabs, no jabs, 1 jab. If you're going to get it, you're going to get it.
I'd rather have the 2 jabs and get it than to not have anything.
But you're due to, if you've had 2 jabs, you've got to have another jab now. So what? After the 3rd jab, you're going to have another one. They just don't know.
Exactly. It's called a booster shot.
You know how I feel about that. They're just making it up as they go along. It's all a ploy.
The Ukraine got it. It's like if you get it, you get it in Ukraine.
You get it, you get it. And I'm not saying I'm that like slapdash with the attitude, but there's a bit of truth in what they're saying. You know, just be vigilant.
If you get it, you get it. So basically,
but too bad. I'll be fair. Uncle Fester's wife is there at the minute. She's gone back home, and I did say to her, "Oh, could you bring me back some vodka?"
You were something else. All right.
So that's the 13 countries that
is the 13 countries that listen to us on
follow
our
us,
podcast,
like us
on our Spotify podcasts. They are subscribed.
They are locked in.
States, they got people who have
die-hard fans.
And we thank you. That's why we're doing it, to show y'all some love and let y'all know that we haven't forgotten about you guys.
Yeah, and that, obviously we pay attention because who knows? Vladimir in Ukraine, how's he going to know that we know he listens to the show unless we shout him back out? So that's why we're shouting back out.
Yeah, we got to show love where love is reciprocated.
Like I say all the time, we don't just sit here twice a week, have a laugh and a joke, and then talk about serious subjects. We put in the work. We look at the analytics in the background. Who's listening? How many listeners? You know, all this sort of stuff. And when we do shows like this, I feel like that just proves it. Because if we didn't do that, how would we know where we was? Now, I could give you some more statistics about age groups of people that listen to us and, you know, sex groups. Are they male, female? But you don't want to be bored by that. So we just looked at the best bit. Where are you all from?
Yes. You know how like they do on TikTok? What's your name?
What's your sign?
What's your age?
Yeah, we ain't going that far. You know our age.
Friends.
But yeah. And also when we do it again, as it grows, how many I did know this, but now it's gone. Do you know how many countries there are in the world?
What?
Do you know how many different countries there are in the world?
Oh man.
I want to say 177. Hold on, let me Google it. There are 195. Oh, I was so close. So out of 195, we've touched 18. We still got a way to go. When we get another few more, then we do this again. Show the new ones some love.
Yeah. So like I always say towards the end, if you don't like looking at our pretty faces, you can always go on Spotify and listen to us. Right.
I mean, I ain't being funny. Why wouldn't anyone want to look at our faces? They're only human, you know.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to lie, as you may have noticed, but you probably haven't. Don't say nothing because you think I've got nothing to worry about anyway. I ain't got any makeup on today. I had a bath, washed my hair, and I was like, let me get ready for the show.
You look fine.
And you know what? I did my hair, and then I thought, actually, it's a bit flush because I'm hot, but I've always had good skin.
Fine.
I've always had good skin, so I'm just going to leave it. apart from the extra chin I've got coming on, I've got to remember to keep going like that in the mirror to get rid of it.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Last segment of the show. Series review.
Series review.
Now, I think we have, I'm not sure 100% if we reviewed this one or whether we just talked about it in a previous show.
Money Heist.
It's come back around because they've just brought out season 5.
Yes.
Money Heist on Netflix.
Yes. And it's a group of, well, it's a mastermind group of robbers who decide to steal some money from the world's biggest bank in Spain, right?
Yeah, that's in the first one, right? And then they go somewhere else the next one.
Yeah, they go to that bank.
Now, I'm not going to lie. When it's not English, right? I'm sure it's Spanish, ain't it?
Yeah, it's from Spain, yes.
So, let's see, second largest or most native tongue. They've even got it on a show. So when I first watched it, it came automatically on with subtitles. I can't keep up with that. So I switched it and I dubbed it to talk English. You know. Now, I've spoke to people who've watched it. They prefer subtitles. I seem to be the only one that prefers the dubbing. I don't.
I love the dubbed because I ain't got time. There's too much going on for me. I want to see
when there's
everything.
like a shootout scene or whatever, you can't watch it and look at the middle. What did he say? Oh, hold on, I need to rewind it. Yeah. But I will say, I think I didn't watch it till it was up to, so season 1 and 2 had been and was on there in the archives. Boy, I rinsed them out one after the other. Like I was locked in straight away.
Yes.
So then when the next season come out, exactly the same thing, rinsed it, and I was like, man, I can't believe it's finished. And this one seems like it's taken the longest, between 4 and 5. And
yes,
I feel like, you know, like American TV shows, they have a break, don't they, for some reason, which really cheeses me off. But with season 4, the way it ended, I thought that was what it was. It was just having a break. But they've brought it back. Where they left off, they've brought it back. But they've brought it back as season 5.
You're right. Because you got to see how it ends. Because it ended with, I don't want to tell the whole thing, but it ended with them still inside the bank.
Yeah. Oh, what you mean season 4?
Right.
I get that. So but when it ended there, I thought, oh, they're having a break for a few weeks and they're going to come back, because that's generally what would happen. But they didn't. They brought it back as a whole next series, but still where it left off. Which
was genius.
Well, I don't know why they just didn't carry on season 4, you know.
Well, a fun fact for Money Heist.
Go forth.
Is that it was actually made to be a movie, a full-length movie. And they got so much hype of it that they broke it down and made it a series.
I'm glad they did, to be honest.
Me too. Because if I would have rinsed it all in one movie, I'd have been upset because it was so good.
I mean, obviously they've had to beef it out a little bit to make it a series, but yeah, I much loved it as a series. Right, we need to, this thing has just beeped at me that the battery's going to die. I'm very sorry. So let's, Money Heist, what do you give it out of 5?
I'm giving it a 5.
Yes, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Get yourself to Netflix, watch it. Money Heist, season 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Get on it.
Get on it.
Okay.
Get on it. So I hope everybody enjoyed it. Like I said, if you don't like our pretty faces and you want to hear us on Spotify, thanks people who are following us on Spotify.
Subscribe, like, follow, comment, get the merch on the website, which is everywhere.
And don't forget our website, subscribe. This is Soph.
This is Rich.
And we are
from across the pond. Across the pond with Rich and Soph. All right, now holla at me if you're ready to go. Across the pond with Rich and Soph. All right, now holla at me if you're ready to go. Across the pond with Rich and Soph. All right, now holla at me if you're ready to go. Across the pond with Rich and Soph. All right.
All
All
right.
right. Beeped at me that there's 7% battery left and I don't want to cut it off without saying bye. Rich, I'm going to see you Sunday. Peeps, we're going to see you
Yes.
Sunday and it is going to be
Yes.
serious. Yepper.
Serious. Yupper.